So myself, Babu, and I'll be the leading software development team on the imagery platform in the company called British Car Actions. So we are based out of UK and Europe, and I would rate like not five but just four for Google Meets because we mostly use Teams and Slack for the other purpose. Yeah, we use Slack and Teams. Uh, Predominantly but Google Meets is like one of the key thing like when we are jump between the teams. I mean, like for example, like we are part of engineering team when want to communicate with the business team or some other team internally communicating. So most of the leadership team they prefer to use Google Meet, so that's where we were like, but in predominantly in the engineering team we are using Teams and Slack, Microsoft Teams and Slack. It's not about like any particular reason, but it's just like the leadership team they are stick with the Google Meets instead of they don't want to use Teams, Microsoft Teams and Slack chat. They want in the group. So whenever they want to internally communicate within other engineering teams or security teams, they usually schedule a meeting with the Google Meet so that they can, because we work from home but leadership team they can jump from anywhere, so they like for security and other purpose sometimes Microsoft Teams and Slack won't be like available in public network, all those restrictions. So that's the reason they go for, but we are pretty much okay like whatever we want to present all those things. So it just like the business leadership team decisions, like they want to go for Google Meets. Yeah. It's not a big deal because I believe like it's not a basic setup which needed for Slack and Teams like organization, and you need to give specific access like through a AD or support team. It will be just like if you have a Google ID, it will be like more like accessing the Google Meets and all those things. But thing is like if you want to use your official email ID, so you need to create an whatever like you are create an email ID for your personal account, you can use it, but it just like advisable to use a company account. You need to map it. For example, like my email ID, it will be like a company email ID. Then I need to map it to the Gmail one so that I can use the Google Meet. So that's a one extra bit process. Like if you don't want to use the personal Gmail ID, yeah. I would say like an rating purpose, like I would not say go for 10, but it just like 7 or 8. It's just like they can use it like a backup, or if they have any restricted content or want to use, say they'll have some issues with that Google Meet because they can't directly jump into that Google Meet, like if they want to share any, because it's like about data governance, like how data will be like shared in this public portal. Because if you have Microsoft Teams and Slack, it will be access like you will be like enterprise account dedicated to your organization. But for Google Meet, I would say like it will be like more of a general discussion, so like a business meets, all those things. It will be very handy, like instead of Microsoft Teams. So it will be like more of business discussions and general thoughts, or any like whiteboard meetings. We can organize it in Google Meet so that anyone, like people are jumping from traveling, or they can use it. Yeah.